Moving on to the sort of final topic of this interview, another thing that everyone is absolutely mad speaking about at the minute. Mike Tyson against Roy Jones Jr. in an exhibition this weekend. First things first, will you be watching it?
Yeah, well, I assume it's on after the Joyce. It's on the same card, is it? It'll transfer over.
I think it's on BT Sport box office actually. I imagine if it's in America, it'll be an early morning one. But I imagine you'll either stay up or catch up the next morning.
Yeah, I'll probably watch it on YouTube the next morning. It always goes on YouTube.
Yeah. What do you make of it? So obviously we got numerous opinions. I mean, that's the joys of the sport. I don't know if you've seen, but obviously with the rules, it's been up and down. I mean, the commission was saying that there were no judges. They weren't going to announce a winner for the fight, and it was meant to be hard sparring. They weren't allowed to knock each other out. Yesterday or today, news has come out that they are allowed to knock each other out, and there will be a winner.
Yeah.
A winner determined by the WBC remote scoring or something. What do you make of this whole exhibition stuff? And do you mind it? I mean, we had the YouTube fights and, now we've got this, which isn't the same. I mean, they are greats of the sport, but they are past their fighting date kind of thing. That's what is an exhibition. What do you make of it?
I think it's good, Look, I'm not interested in mediocre people, wanting to fight in the 50s or whatever.
Yeah.
But these has been two elite champions in the day. I think it's a great matchup, and I'm definitely keen on watching it. I think it's brilliant for both of them. They both want to do it. They've both trained very well. They're both, legends of their own right, in the sport. So yeah, it's nice because they really want it. It's definitely not an exhibition. They're going to get in there and they're going to let punches fly. So like I said, it might be billed as an exhibition for legal requirements, but Mike Tyson will go to war, won't he? He's not looking to tip a tap. He's trained exceptionally hard, and so is Roy Jones Jr. This is going to be, both of them will be trying to take the other one out. So like I said, it'll be a good fight, this, and I'm interested in it because seeing how much physical shape these guys can get themselves in. So there's all of these things I'm intrigued about. Look, I'm not going to compare young for old because they are older men, but it's still be a very competitive fight because they're both the similar ages. They both got the same attributes. So, it's going to be good. I'm going to enjoy
it. Sort of finally on that topic, we know that Roy Jones Jr., a lot of people say he should have retired earlier than he did. He's more recent to the pro game, as per se. I think last sort of couple of years, whereas Mike Tyson, I think, had his last fight in the 2000s sometime. Do you think that'll pay? I mean, it's hard to analyse a fight like it. It really is. It feels like you're just clutching sort of anything that you can get hold of because, they haven't fought in so long. But do you think the freshness with Roy Jones will help? Or do you think just because Mike Tyson's the absolute animal that he is, that he's not going to care and he's just going to see this the same way that he used to see it when he was fighting?
No, look, it's a different ball game. There's little gloves on. It's all new again. And like I said, when the bell goes and then punches land, what's the punch resistance going to be like? You can train in the gym and you can be absolute lethal on the pads. You're doing your sparring and stuff. All of a sudden it becomes the real thing. Little gloves on, get it, tip upside down. There's all these questions we'll have to see. But either way, I wish them all the very best. The two great fighters, and like I said, I think it's all good anyway. They really want to do it, and it's fair. So let's all sit back and enjoy all the hard work that they've done.
Fair enough.